job.
All right, thank you. Great job, Luka. Thank you so much.
Good job, buddy.
How was it? Great. You enjoyed it? Yeah. That's awesome.
I mean, it was kind of a little bit weird because the suit was tight and everything, but it went pretty great. I prefer playing basketball. This is for Boban Marjanovic. This is life for Boban.
What's up, guys? It's that time.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Alton. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Thank you, DA. Now let's take a look at the top rookies in the league. Our rankings here for the race for Rookie of the Year. Distinction every young player would love to have. And you look at Russell, all season long he's been getting it done for his team, and that's why he is sitting in that number 2 spot and making a strong case, guys, for number 1.
And at number 2, he still has an excellent chance to walk away with the hardware for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he's got to make a little bit of a push here at the end of the season, though, but we know he can do it. He's already had a few runs this year where he's been unstoppable.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The monster out there with Cowboy. Then it's the Kid. Then there's the Miracle Man. And it's Wilson. And at the 3, the small forward. And for the Celtics, they've got Rajon Rondo. Pierce out there with Garnett. Then it's Russell. And it's Miller in at the 2. Garnett dishes to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Back to Garnett. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
It makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Here's Pierce. He feeds it to Garnett. Wilson with the block. And now here comes Wilson leading the break. Oh, Leonard in position. And tonight, we'll most likely see some stout defense. Chris, both these teams are terrific at limiting points.
Yeah, Kevin, these teams do all the little things on defense well. Great at helping over and contesting shots.
And it's Rondo penetrating, and that one good.
But the contact isn't enough to slow Rondo's drive. I mean, he commits to the play and goes all the way.
Here's Miracle Man. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Here's Pierce. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Miller kicks to Garnett. Here's Russell. Got a piece of it. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Oh, Leonard in position.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Now here's Rondo. He's tightly guarded. For 3, Pierce. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Los Angeles leading by 8. Leonard inside. He's against Miller. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Pass to Miller. Boston, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gotten off to a tremendous start. 7 of 7 here in the first quarter.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for the Monster. ABC comes in for Tyler. Money's checked in for Magician. And it's Morant in for Miracle Man. All with it. Leonard picks him up. Right for 3. He can't get it to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
Los Angeles shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And here's Wall outside. Boston, no good that time either. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Money passes to Morant. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 14. Here's Cross. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Now, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Embiid inside. He's guarded by Collins.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 6th in field goal percentage, 7th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Money. Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Pass to Collins. Outside, Wall. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
As point guards go, Wall is very adapted, taking the ball inside. I mean, he gets a lot of points in there.
Misses from close range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's Morant. No good that time. Smith with some nice D. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cross. From outside, off the mark. And so Morant will bring it up for Los Angeles. A 3-ball. Rebound by Smith.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And offensive rebounding is about commitment. There, you see Collins showing plenty of it to grab the ball.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Smith, also Collins out there, all out there with Wright, and it's Cross in at the 2. Russell, he's checked in for the Celtics. The Monsters checked in for Los Angeles. Wall passes to Smith. Goes up on the high post. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. To the paint and stolen by Wright. And the pass to Cross. No good from outside. Los Angeles leading by 10. Here's Money. Rebound by Smith.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Oh, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And finished off by Beal.
Got to respect the speed of Beal. Outstanding when he penetrates inside.
Wall against Morant. Wall attacking. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Tyler's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Rondo's checked in. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Garnett kicks to Pierce. The shot. Poked loose.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shot's good by Wilson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Rondo finds Garnett. Nice ball movement by Boston. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Rajon Rondo. Miracle man. Oh.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now a timeout called by Boston. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
Yeah, there were 2 things in play there. They had a huge advantage in free throw attempts, and as a unit, they shot the lights out at the line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Garnett, right side. Here's Miller. That misses off the backboard. Los Angeles leading by 14. Here's Leonard. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Rondo. Garnett. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And he comes up with the deuce.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Los Angeles on D. A baseline J.
Just doesn't seem to have it here in the second quarter. And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Miracle Man's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip in.
Rondo kicks to Pierce. Off target with his three. Los Angeles leading by 18. Here's Leonard, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one. Leonard hits them both. Pierce with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
But we got to talk about his D2. 4 steals in the game. I mean, a complete all-around effort for him.
From outside the arc, that one misses.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Here's Rondo, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. You got to like what the kid has done in this game.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
Los Angeles making a switch here. ABC's checked in for Tyler. Money comes in for Magician. Beals checked in for Leonard. And it's John Morant in for Miracle Man. That's tipped. Here's the break. Throws it up high. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Cross passes to Rondo. Fires at the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Monsters got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Garnett wide open. They get it again. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Morant. The rebound by the Celtics. In a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Wright, and Wright throws it down hard.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. And don't go.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. And guys, for Los Angeles, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the.
And that does it for our half.
With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from the kid in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Joel Embiid. ABC is out there with money. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Morant in at the point. Now here's Morant for three. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Russell.
Wow. Look at the extension Russell gets there. That comes from great positioning, plus the quick jump with the wingspan.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Here's Miller. No good off the back of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 22. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Never any doubt where Bradley Beal's going with that pass. I mean, if he has a teammate that wide open, he's not going to miss.
Rondo, bounce pass. It's Pierce on the wing. Banked in. Off the glass. Pierce has got his second basket of the night.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Wilson the pass to Miracle Man. Kicks to Tyler. Leonard on the wing, covered by Miller. Here's Tyler. Good D by Miller.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their fourth miss in 5 attempts.
Pierce for three. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Pierce has got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Here's Miracle Man. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one drops. John Walls checked in for Rajon Rondo. So he gets them both. And when rookies come in, there's a lot to learn, especially managing money. And Chris, the league is trying to help players manage those large salaries.
Well, players have great resources now that are available to them. And so it's great that the league has lended a hand and said, hey, if you need any help, don't be afraid to reach out.
Miracle Man, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
It's good on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Here's Miracle Man, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Poked away. Inside. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Garnett. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
He's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Now a timeout called by Boston. It's been quite a game for Miracle Man.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system they're in now, it just isn't getting it done.
Smith checked in for the Celtics. Now Wall. He has 6. Outside Russell. Pass to Wall. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Smith right side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Boston, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Boston making a switch here. Wright's checked in. Here's Tyler, and he dunks it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Wall. He gets that one. Wall's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Look at the edge Wall plays with. I love it. When he gets hit, he still remains calm and steady. And
oh, goodness. Did you see that? Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Miller, the pass to Russell. Softly drops in the floater. Russell's got 6.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Los Angeles leading by 23 and stolen by Wright. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Wall with the ball. Miller finds Russell. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And that's why you don't let him get positioned deep in the post.
Just too big of a threat down there. I mean, he has a number of go-to moves at his disposal.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
But they'll get another chance. Miller, no up.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
For Los Angeles, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. First one falls for him. And the Celtics making a change here. Rondo's checked in. ABC's checked in for Los Angeles. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Boston. He dishes it to Wright. Count that one. 6 points for him.
And the awareness of Wall, a guy you can count on to find the open man.
Here's Miracle Man, 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate, like guys he cannot miss.
And he delivers another blow. Something's gotten into him this quarter. He's carrying them offensively.
Here's Wall, got a hand on it. 3 on 3. Here's Miracle Man. They get it back, and Leonard stays with it.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith outside. Past Wall. Here's Russell. It's deflected. Leonard with no one around. And so it's Los Angeles, rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Wright. Collins is out there with Oliver. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Cross in at the two-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And he's not going to pass up that one. And trust me, he should. He's solid from that in-between there.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Knocks it loose. And now here comes Wilson leading the break, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Yeah, because it's so hard to prevent transition scores. Whenever you get an opportunity to get out and run, take it.
Morant against Rondo. Oliver passes to Rondo. They shoot again. Oliver's shot is good. Oliver. Got his first points of the night.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true. And we so often talk about the elite scoring, but Beal's playmaking is now reaching that same level.
Yeah, it just shows you how talented and unselfish he is. All he wants to do is win. I mean, that talent requires help from your teammates, so he uses his vision and instincts and ability to keep them involved.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Embiid throws it down.
Getting off the ground fast. Embiid is an absolute animal when it comes to hammering it home.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And that's a... foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Chris, every season we see teams in a given game or series. They just don't seem to have that same energy. What are some of the reasons teams fall flat?
Well, I think sometimes, you know, the stakes are a little bit higher in the playoffs. The other team is playing hard. Some teams have never gotten to that level before. Some teams, you know, let their guards down at times. You know, then you try to turn it on, but you're already on the ropes.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Tipped away. Here's Oliver. That's tipped. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Offensive rebound. It's tipped.
And looking engaged defensively. Langford showing he has what it takes to be a shot blocker.
And it's blocked. Here's Miracle Man, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. To stop the run, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Passes to Cross. Down low. Here's Langford. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Not lacking any confidence down there. Just give Langford the ball and let him do his thing.
Free throw good, Langford. Chris, we know the business of basketball is red hot. Franchise values are skyrocketing. And not only that, Chris, the NBA is America's most popular sport among those 34 and younger.
Well, yeah, it was cool, Kevin. That bodes well for the future, right? It wouldn't surprise me in the next decade or so if the NBA became the premier sport league in the U.S.
Lays it up and banks it in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
It's all heart. He does a great job of getting after it.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. To the wing right side. Here's McKenzie. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Tyler's got 7 rebounds in the game. He lobs it up.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Miracle Man.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And the first one at the line is good. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Miracle Man.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And that one goes in. 2 from the line. That time. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Beal. Here's Miracle Man. Puts it up off the inbound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. And so it's Boston with it. And he commits the intentional foul.
really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Good, he hits again.
With 40 points in the game, he has claimed the #2 spot now.
In GA, every game, he has been a huge threat to just explode on the offensive end. What a marvelous year for him.
And now an amazing 53 games of 40 or more points, passing Wilt's mark set back in 1963. The incredible 62 effort of Chamberlain still looms as the top spot. Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference. Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
And he sinks the second. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Offensive rebound. He goes up again. The shot will not fall. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. And so he's picked up. His final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, at this point, just a side note, they've got this one sewn up. He's probably headed to the bench one way or the other. Yeah, and luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. And here is Los Angeles now. That free throw good from Leonard. Leonard hits them both. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so they foul intentionally. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Leonard. It's stolen. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Offline with the baseline jumper. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just